What can happen if you ignore signs of tiredness? A. Driving mistakes. B. Lack of concentration. C. Micro sleep. All the answers are correct. What must you remember when you want to change lanes? A. You must signal your intention to change lanes in time. B. You must always brake heavily before changing lanes. C. You must pay attention to the traffic flowing behind. A and C are the correct answers. To effectively change lanes, you must signal your intention to change lanes in time. Also, you must observe your inner mirror and your outer mirrors. To change lane to the left, you must take a look at the mirror on time to ensure no traffic is flowing behind closely. Also, you must turn your head fully over your shoulder to ensure that no car is hidden on your blind spot. This is called Schulterblick in German. When all the conditions are right to change lane, you can then safely change lane to the left or to the right, as the case may be. Watch the video and answer the question. What must you watch out for now? A. For the bicycle. B. For the vehicle on the road ahead. C. For the motorbike. A and B are the correct answers. Let's watch the video together. Take a look at your inner mirror. We see a cyclist, and also at the right mirror, we see a cyclist approaching. Our blinker is telling us we want to make a right turn. Then, the car in front of us also wants to make a right turn. Take a look here, we see a pedestrian who wants to cross the road. So, when this light turns green, the vehicle in front of us is definitely going to wait for the pedestrian to cross the road. Therefore, we must watch this vehicle closely. We must also watch the cyclist closely because both of them are going to obstruct our movement. So, we must pay attention to the cyclist. We must pay attention to the vehicle in front of us. Watch the video and answer the question. What is the right course of action now? A. I pass quickly through the junction. B. I perform an emergency stop. C. I brake slightly. B is the correct answer. Take a look at the video again. We are on a priority road. We have the right of way. But then, take a look over here. A motorcyclist is approaching on a high speed. We must pay attention to the motorcyclist. To avoid accidents, we must perform an emergency stop because the cyclist does not want to stop. To avoid an accident, we must immediately perform an emergency stop. What must we reckon with when it starts raining after a long period of dry weather? A. Shorter braking distance. B. Bad visibility immediately upon switching the windscreen wipers on. C. A dangerous greasy film on the surface of the road. B and C are the correct answers. After a long period of dry weather, dust that settled on our windscreen may cause bad visibility upon switching the windscreen wiper on. Therefore, we must pay attention to avoid bad visibility leading to accidents when it starts to rain after a long period of dry weather. What is the right course of action? A. I may proceed before the blue truck. B. I have to allow the red car to pass through. C. I may only proceed after the blue truck. A and B are the correct answers. We have covered this topic of priority in our previous videos. Let's explain it once again. We are on a priority road, and we know this because of the priority sign. But take a look, there is an additional sign. This additional sign informs us that the priority road continues to the right. But then, our blinker is telling us we want to make a left turn. This means we want to leave the priority road. And remember, when you want to make a turn, you must not obstruct an oncoming traffic. The red car is still on priority road, and in this situation, it is an oncoming vehicle that continues on a priority road. Therefore, we must not obstruct the red vehicle. We must allow him the right of way, and then, because we are still on priority road, we will now make our left turn before the blue truck joins the priority road. So, the order of priority in this situation is the red vehicle, our vehicle, then the blue truck. Your car suffers a flat tire on the motorway. What should you do? A. I have to turn on my hazard lights and park as far to the right as possible. B. I have to continue driving to the next exit. C. I have to place the warning triangle at a distance of about 100 meters. A and C are the correct answers. When you have a flat tire on the motorway, you must immediately turn on your hazard lights to warn other vehicles behind you that there is something wrong with your vehicle. And then you must park your vehicle as far to the right as possible. Please do not continue to the next exit. When you park your vehicle, you must then place a warning triangle at a distance of about 100 meters away from your vehicle. This is to allow the vehicle behind you time to observe your car and stop or switch lane on time to avoid crashing into your vehicle. Watch the video and answer the question. What is the right behavior now? A. I drive off now. B. I drive off only when my light is green. C. I drive off only when the lorry drives on. A is the correct answer. Take a look at the video again. We slowly approach what is called two-phase traffic lights. This type of traffic lights do not have a green light. So, we come to a complete stop and observe the traffic light. Immediately the red light goes off, we are permitted to continue driving. We do not have to wait for the light to turn green. We do not have to wait for the light to turn green because it does not have a green light. So in this situation, A is the correct answer. I can drive off now. What can result from listening to very loud music while driving a car? A. The driver fails to detect signals from other traffic. B. The driver's responsiveness is enhanced. C. It causes a nuisance to other road users. A and C are the correct answers. You want to overtake. What is the right thing to do? A. I may only overtake if I remain in the right-hand lane while doing so. B. I may not overtake. C. I may overtake. C is the correct answer. I may overtake. We can overtake because of this broken line. Take a look over here. When you see this broken line, it means vehicle on this side of the lane can overtake, but vehicle on this side cannot switch lanes. Also, remember the rule that outside of the built-up area, you must maintain a distance of at least 2 meters when overtaking a cyclist. Therefore, we must maintain a distance of 2 meters when we switch our lane to overtake the cyclist, and then after overtaking, we immediately switch back to our lane. Ensure that there is no oncoming vehicle when you want to overtake the cyclist. This is the end of this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, click on the notification button so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Thank you and keep on coming back for more.